morning and welcome to our weekly App State football press conference with head coach Loggains. Coach Loggains will give us an opening statement. We'll take questions from media. App State travels to Boise State this Saturday for a 7:30 Eastern game on FS1.
Difficult day for the App State family with the loss of Coach Sean Clark yesterday, as we found out. But we want to extend our deepest sympathies to Janelle and their family. Coach Clark was a former player here, a great teammate. And a couple days ago, when we found out about everything, we had a team meeting because you want to control the narrative for these young guys. And he recruited so many of these guys. And I want them to hear it from me so they don't see it on social media. So when we got wind of it, we had a team meeting and we told the guys what was going on. And you could see it in their faces that what Coach meant to these guys. And I know from the community and his old teammates and the people that he's coached how much he meant to just the impact that he has made on people. And you get into coaching to impact young people. And Coach accomplished that mission, and he touched so many people. It actually become a good friend to me, and in a difficult situation, if I ever needed anything, he was great to me and the way he treated me. So it's a hard day for us, for the App State family, and we'll get through it together. And with that, I'll open up to questions.
David Ware, 24/7 Sports. Dal, you and I spoke last week, and the phrase you used was banged up, the team. Can you give us a health status report specifically as well as relates to quarterbacks?
Yeah, I'll be able to give more tomorrow than I can today. We gave them Friday, Saturday off. We had a team dinner last night as everyone got back into town, and they needed that mental break as well because you talk about 4 weeks of training camp and 3 hard games that we've played. I think that I don't want to say too early, but I think that the 3 of the 4 will for sure practice, and maybe all 4. Today will be very light. Tomorrow we'll know a lot more as we take them through drills and some individual today.
Any other positions? I know offensive line was another group that's got a couple of guys out.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys that are still that are going to be banged up, that are going to try to play through some stuff. We'll have a much better feel after today, after we get on the field and get those guys after not seeing it. And a couple of guys stayed behind, like Jaden Ramsey, to do rehab and those things to try to get ready for this week.
As you guys go through the scouting process for Boise, I watched Saturday night's game, and Air Force is just a little bit of a unique offense, so maybe it's harder to tell there. How do you guys go about scouting them based on maybe some of the earlier games?
Yeah, for us, the Air Force game doesn't help us as much formationally just because it's such a unique offense. But you get to still evaluate their skill set. They obviously played in a bigger personnel grouping because Air Force is a flex bone, triple option type team. So they weren't in their nickel defense as much, or their 4-2-5, whatever you want to call it. But they have resume for a long, long time. So there's plenty of tape to watch and evaluate those guys. Really impressed with their program, have been for a long, long time, even in the NFL. When we're evaluating players, they've always done a really good job in the evaluation process, finding the 2 and 3 stars that turn out to be really good players for those guys. And they're well coached, and it'll be an awesome challenge to have to travel a long way to go play a really good opponent.
There's a lot of new blood on this team, coaching staff included, but I think everyone recognizes the magnitude of a Boise App State matchup. How do you go about a normal week of prepping your guys and having their heads in the right place, also recognizing it's hard to avoid the storylines that accompany this game?
Yeah, well, I think it's the business has to be conducted, and it's the next opponent, the next game, and I hope that we treat every game, whether it be last week, is a championship game. And so for us, the most important one's always the one you're currently getting ready for, and it's a big one. But so the last 3, for us, the emotion of getting to play a Boise State or getting to go play on the blue turf and all those things, you better worry about you better worry about correcting the things that we need to get corrected, red zone on both sides of the ball, turnovers, penalties, making sure that we're fixing those things and not who you're playing, where you're playing them.
Jacob Pearsall, Appalachian Weekly News. A lot of the players on this team had very strong ties to Coach Clark.
Yeah.
How are they holding up today, and how would you say they've been over the weekend?
Yeah, well, today was obviously more difficult. Everyone knew, like I said, we had the team meeting and we talked about it. We informed them. We prayed for Coach, and just got to kind of reflect on the type person he was, what he brought to this place, how he treated the kids. And that's what these kids know. They know that they had an unbelievable coach and an unbelievable man who treated them very, very well. And you can see when you look and talk to their eyes, and there were 3 or 4 of them that came in today, and he recruited a lot of them and sat in their living rooms and spent 2 to 3 years recruiting these kids and developing great relationships. And it's powerful to be a coach, and you understand the responsibility of it. No one did it better than Coach Clark with his relationships with these young guys, and they care about him deeply because they knew what this place meant to him, and they knew how he treated them. And so the next couple of days will be hard, and the wound sometimes that you carry your scars for your life, and your scars in this journey of life create who you are. So he positively impacted everyone in this program, and there's some guys like Coach Spear and Nolan Jones that are really good friends with him and really close with him. And Joey worked with a guy for 8 to 10 years. Like it's from Doug. I mean, it's all of us. Like I didn't have the experience that some of these other guys did, but from a player, a coworker, like it's a challenge just to get ready for a game. And just for these kids, it's hard for a young person. That's their coach. That's their coach, and that's powerful.
Any other questions? Okay. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.